So, unlike this teacher-student relationship in a workspace, my audience are my colleagues. Means in same rank with less experience than me. So, how can I overpower or without making them feel I'm dominating them? How can I?
So the concept of teaching, it can happen in different levels.
Yeah.
Either you can be a debater or it's more of a group discussion. In your case, it's more of a group discussion. What you have to understand is that in a debate, you counter what the other person says, saying that you don't know that, I will teach you. That's more of a dominance.
Okay.
But when you want to make them feel that they are at par or they are equal, when you want to convey the same message, then you use a technique called agree to disagree. So that technique, what you say is like, what you're saying is right, but don't you think that we can add this?
Okay.
So that will give a space for them to think rather than making them feel that you're trying to dominate them. So when you try to dominate them, they become completely close and they won't learn from you.
Yeah.
But the best way is to agree to disagree, saying that what you're saying is right. Let me also add this one more point and let's bring it to a consensus. Now, take the case of Indian system. When a person counters, it's called vivad, or in Malayalam we call it vivada. But when the actual way of teaching in India, the system is called samvada, where two equal people sit and exchange and they debate on a topic, agreeing to disagree.
Okay.
So then only new topics are learned. Okay. So in that way, when you're using a samvada, you can easily teach.
Okay. So how can I present the same content in a short span of time without losing the crux of the
matter? Okay. So the brevity actually comes how far you are comfortable with the topic.
Yeah.
Now, first, what you are going to present it to yourself and record it and listen to it, and you will know where all you can cut off.
Okay.
Second, understand catchwords. If you're using catchwords, naturally your speech would be longer. So cut out the catchwords.
Okay.
Then, as you do that recording and listen to it again and again, you can again make it shorter. Okay. So that's how the brevity comes into play. But once you have reached a position where you know that you cannot do any further, then you can check with one of your friends or colleagues, present it to them and ask them, is there anything which is not required?
Okay.
So once that not required also is removed, then you have the shortest possible way of presenting the same fact without losing the content.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So as a professional trainer, it might be inappropriate to add jokes to my training sessions. But to add more entertainment, how can I make them make the attention span?
Yeah, the attention span of a person depends on what he is listening to.
Yeah.
If the content is more visual, the attention span is more, because then he actually starts seeing a visual and he goes along with that. But if you're trying to convey some factual matter, then it is a little difficult. But again, adding jokes need not be inappropriate. You can add work-life situations which are funny. You can add anecdotes. You can include some questions which actually increase the span of the person because they are attentive. They have to answer the question. So always add jokes appropriate to the situation, which is like if you're doing a colleague's session, then you know how far you can go with a joke. If you're doing a public session, then you know how far you can go with a joke. If it's a very personal kind of training, then you know how far you can go. So the freedom actually for the joke or the entertainment depends on the kind of person who is sitting with you.
Okay.
And remember to keep it visual as possible. Add as much pauses as possible so that they have the time for visualizing what you're saying. And keeping them engaged is always done with questions based on what you are speaking. That will actually increase the attention span.
Okay.